Take your time to bring yourself into Manipura universe, into this dimension of the self, which is your solar plexus, which is me and you, and is also the seat of the ego. It is 10 petals and is located above the navel, slightly below the solar plexus. And Manipura translates from Sanskrit as splendid or lustrous gem, because our emotions are like rough diamonds. When they are well balanced, well channeled, they are like gems that we can offer to the world. The element of Manipura is fire. The color is yellow. The gland connected to Manipura are the adrenals and the pancreas. The food connected to Manipura is pasta, bread, starches. The mantra is Ram, and the Hindu animal is the ram. The quality of Ram is determination, the relationship with other people, the relationship with the outside world, enthusiasm, and willpower. The defects of this symbol are stubbornness, lack of will and determination, flight in the face of difficulties, running away when you're facing challenges, tendency to easily get discouraged, and repressed emotion. And the sense connected to Manipura is sight. Body parts, mostly all the vital organs, are connected to Manipura. The spleen, the liver, right kidney, the one that has the fire function, which is the right one. Stomach, solar plexus, digestive system, the muscles, epigastric region, and the astral body. When Manipura is imbalanced, we may feel or experience an egocentricity, need for attention, fatigue and tiredness, avidity, low self-esteem, fear of rejection, emotional disorders of any kind, arrogance, insecurity, anger issues, feeling isolated, relationship imbalances, confusion, lack of direction, gastritis and ulcers, bloating and digestive problems, diabetes and hypoglycemia, liver problems, abdominal pain, reactivity, impulsivity, nervousness, anxiety and stress, selfishness and attachment. When Manipura is balanced, you may feel or experience joy, vitality, enthusiasm, excitement, acceptance, balance, clarity, freedom, self-empowerment, confidence, integrity, playfulness, courage, and charisma. Another important aspect of Manipura is the absorption of the prana. Manipura controls the energy balance to strengthen and consolidate our health, attracts prana from the cosmos and regulates the function of the pancreas and the digestive organs. Balancing the center free us from negative energy and cleanse the mind from overwhelming and repetitive thoughts. The stomach is very much connected to the mind. So whatever you feel ruminating or you haven't digested something properly, keep in mind that sometimes it's not the food that you haven't digested. And breathing is highly connected to Manipura as well. The function of the stomach is to process food, thoughts, and emotions. Digesting means breaking down what goes into simple elements and choose which part will become nourishment and what will be left out. This is also truth when it comes to things in life, experiences in life, or when we are living intense experiences. Our energy has to decide what to keep and what to let go of. So the stomach helps this process on a subtle level. If this process is not complete, will create a lot of imbalances and confusion because the body sometimes holds on to stuff that doesn't want to let go of. Especially when there are unresolved emotions, unprocessed emotions, overwhelming emotions, and anything that hasn't been expressed or we haven't allowed us to fully experience in the moment. Emotions also influence the breath. If Manipura is on fire, is overwhelmed by emotions, or we are angry perhaps, it can happen that we're trying to control this fire. And so unconsciously, we try to breathe less, or we try to hold on to the breath. When we start reducing the breath activity, or we try to control the fire in any way, we block and reduce our natural energy life flow, and emotions accumulate dangerously, making us feel overwhelmed, powerless, and depleted. There are two ways you can go with emotion. They can be explosive or implosive. Instead, when I breathe, everything flows and my energy circulates freely without harming me or other people. On a subtle level, we have our astral body that is connected to Manipura and englobes the physical body and the etheric body. It is the mirror of our passions, our moods, and behaves like a sponge. The astral body is shapeless. If you could see it, you would see a rainbow of colors constantly moving around the person. Another interesting thing about the colors of the emotional body, the astral body, is the colors you may see, they don't exist in this plane of reality. Emotions are temporary states. So when you see these colors or forms or shapes moving around, it's what the person is feeling at that specific time. The astral plane and the astral body are quite complex. It's divided into 7 layers. These 7 layers have different degree of matter. So they have 7 different vibrations from the most dense to the most subtle. The most dense vibrations of this plane will belong to lower vibrations. So emotions like sadness, anger, resentment, and the higher vibrations are connected to emotions like joy, happiness, fulfillment, lightness. So you have this range, these 7 dimensions in which you can experience these 7 different frequencies within the astral plane. Every emotion we experience is connected to a degree of matter. What does it mean? Every emotion has its own frequency and has its own color. These emotions, these colors will connect on the astral plane to specific energies or entities that resonate with that frequency. What happens? Some people could experience paralysis, or you may feel having very strange experiences in which you feel stuck somewhere, or you start fighting against strange entities. They won't harm you, but somehow they do tricky things. And now moving into the sutrama, the silver cord. The silver cord is attached to the physical body, to the astral body, and to your higher self. Is pretty much a lot of little strings attached, woven into a web. They spin rapidly around the string. The silver cord will be attached to the body until the last day of our life. At that time, the silver cord will dissolve, then we will go back home. And it's pretty much like the umbilical cord. So when we're traveling in all these planes, we always come back to the body because of the silver cord. The silver cord will bring us back, will recall us back into the body. The astral cord cannot be broken, but can be under stress. If, for example, we don't like being in the body and we are constantly going in and out of the body, the astral cord will be stressed. You may feel a slightly disalignment of your subtle bodies, dizziness, confusion. And so this continued push and pull on the silver cord will create stress. Where is the silver cord located? The silver cord is located between the Svadhisthana chakra and the Manipura chakra, above the navel. Another picture that I found, and this is Barbara Brenneman, if you want to research into her. Those are the different types of cords you may find. This is one attached to the third eye. This one is attached to the third eye and the heart. Relationships and energetic hurts. Relationships are probably the most complicated field of our life, starting with the relationship with ourselves, the relationship with other people. The more we become aware that we are energy, the more you become aware of these energy exchanges, the more you become aware of how hooks, wires, and cords are created, maintained through lives, not just with people, but also with objects, places, animals, anything really. All these cords have different natures, different quantities, and have different purposes. They're not all the same. Everything creates a bond, creates an energetic exchange. Some of these exchanges are positive. Some of these are not very positive. How do we recognize if a connection we have with somebody or something is positive? For me, is when a relationship is giving us the space to grow. There is a constructive way to confront. We can talk to each other without needing to dominate the other, but we are growing together. We can share and explore ourselves within the relationship without fear. We feel nourished without constraints or without the need of compromising who we are. Then we have the less nice ones. How many times during life we end up in a relationship that suddenly is unhealthy, is imbalanced. We end up hating the other person when to begin with, we loved the person, we loved the place, we had a connection. Why these things happen? It happens all the time that we change opinion about somebody just because he maybe did something that we didn't like. So I feel that this type of connections that we make, these type of experiences in life are kind of pointing the fingers where our inner imbalances are. For example, this is a very silly example. I had a partner once that told me that he didn't like football. Then after 3 months in the relationship, I found out that he was going to the stadium every weekend. Because he wanted to be with me, he was willing to compromise his passion for football. And I was getting very upset because I didn't appreciate the lack of clarity on that point. But how many times at the beginning of a relationship, we're very enthusiastic and maybe we forget about setting up ground rules and saying, I like to do these things. How can we work together? So sometimes we leave too many gray areas and then we end up not knowing what happened. Other relationships are there to challenge us, to make sure you are aligned with your truth. And I don't see it as maybe there's something wrong with me. No, this is life testing me right now, making sure I don't make the same mistakes over and over again. Maybe we could do some work to understand where the dynamics went wrong. Maybe we left too much space to the other person. We didn't take enough space in the relationship. It's always a matter of space. So if we give too much, we'd just be left depleted. If we take too much, we're not giving enough. It's always both people involved when it comes to energetic conflicts. Sometimes the apparent villain, it is just as much as the victim hooked in the same dynamic, especially when it comes to karmic hooks, if you believe in past life, or family hooks. It's always a matter of understanding why the hooks are there, what they're there to teach us, what part of us has been hooked or what part of us has hooked, what's the lesson to learn. This cannot be done from a place of fear, from a place of anger, from a place of resentment, because then it will be your stomach making the choice of removing. All these cleanse has to be done from a place of love and compassion. When you become wise, it's not the stomach anymore making decisions. It's not my lower emotions anymore. I'm not reacting to life. If you want to start working on these hooks, dynamics, work on boundaries, because boundaries is always the key. The more intimate the relationship is with somebody, the more deep the exchange of energy is. Especially on a sexual level, we are constantly exchanging fluids. Fluids contain informations and codes. Also on an energetic level, your breath, the air, the prana you share, your aura become one in the act of sex. The more we become aware of energy and how these exchanges work, the more we can understand how these biological and subtle exchanges can remain stuck within us for a long time. If you sleep with somebody or have a very intimate relationship with somebody that isn't healthy, has a lot of issues, has a lot of imbalances, is not aware or conscious, you will probably take a lot of garbage on you. Female even more than men, because we do absorb more energy than men anyway. When it comes to sexual exchange, it's important to understand that sexuality is a tool, is something that we could use for personal growth and to connect with higher levels of consciousness. When we exchange so deeply with somebody, so much happens that we don't even know. And then to remove these hooks takes time. Growing with somebody, exchanging such a precious, sacred space with somebody, treating your body as a sacred temple. The more your temple is clean, the more you want to share that with somebody that has the same respect that you have towards yourself. You don't want to give it to somebody that doesn't have the same self-respect. If you are aware that there's some energy stuck within your body that doesn't belong to you, sometimes you can feel where this energy is stuck. It may feel very dense, unfamiliar, and heavy. So sometimes I just take it with my hands and I just offer it to the sun or the earth. Sometimes I give it back with love. I ask the person to take it back. Energetic showers, water, salt.
How can you tell if you are carrying someone else's junk in the trunk?
You may feel not yourself. You may have invasive thoughts. You can't stop thinking about the person or certain aspects of that person. Feelings of sadness, anger, frustration that is not familiar. You feel depleted. There's a sense of heaviness that doesn't belong to you. You feel it. You know it in your heart. And you don't feel good about yourself, I'll say. We are now going to begin our journey through Manipura Chakra, the city of jewels. Just check your posture. Make sure you're not crossing legs or arms. You have your feet flat on the floor. You can lay down if you prefer. And observe your thoughts, letting them go like clouds in the sky. Aware of the air coming in through your nose and going out through the mouth. And allow your whole body to slow down, to relax, to drop the resistances, and to connect more and more with the physical sensations of the body. Bringing your presence all the way into your Manipura chakra, into the solar plexus area. And taking your time to really feel if this part of the body is more contracted or is relaxed. And simply listen to whatever your body is telling you right now. Now you can move your awareness into your stomach. Really feeling your stomach. And also bringing your presence into your spleen, which is the left side of the body. Just at the end of the rib cage. How is your spleen feeling right now? Do you feel tired, recharged and nourished? Do you feel depleted? Do you feel stuck? And breathe. Do you feel there's too many responsibilities in your life right now? You're giving too much away, not taking the time to recharge your own energy. Do you feel there's enough joy in your life right now? Happiness? And just embrace whatever you feel. Expanding your awareness also into the liver area, which is the right side of the body, just under the rib cage. And just breathe into your liver. Making a deep connection with this organ, a vital organ, so important. How is your liver feeling right now? Do you feel angry, frustrated, unsatisfied, or happy, confident, empowered? Listen to your liver. Now you can expand your awareness to your right kidney, fire kidney, on the right side, the back of the body. Then breathe within this area of the body. And now becoming aware of the all plexus area, the stomach, the intestines, the liver, the spleen, the kidney, the gallbladder. Taking a good picture of how this area of the body is feeling right now. Without forcing or trying to change anything, we are simply breathing and listening. And now becoming aware of all the muscles of the body. Muscles store a lot of tensions, a lot of stress, a lot of unexpressed emotions. So allow your muscles to relax and become aware of how they feel. The muscles of your face and the muscles of the whole body. And now you can invite in a golden yellow color. You can visualize this nice yellow color all around you and expanding inside, allowing the energy to flow a bit more within your liver, your spleen, your stomach, digestive system, your muscles, and the plexus area. And try to also deepen your breath, allowing the abdominal area also to relax and release. And also connecting with the inner fire, the fire connected to determination, willpower, confidence, self-esteem, clarity of direction. And allow this inner fire to grow, strengthening your your solar plexus, your inner sun. And allow this sun, this fire, to melt everything that is still frozen, perhaps blocked within your life right now, cleansing whatever is not moving in your life, cleansing the overwhelming emotions that have been stuck in within the cells of the body. Allowing yourself to feel. Becoming more and more confident in yourself, in your inner strength, your abilities, feeling more stable, balanced, confident in making the right choices for your highest good. And letting go of all the things that you know that are not serving you. Processing and letting go. Anything is weighting you down right now. Then taking a deep breath in. Check your posture. We are going to move our awareness into the astral body. Become aware of your energy field, including your astral body. Maybe you can see the colors of your astral body. You can feel the vibration of your astral body. Just get a sense of how your emotional body is moving, is dancing, is exploring life right now. We are going to move into the second part of the exercise, which is releasing the unhealthy energetic hooks. And take your time to become aware of all the parts of yourself and all the parts of the body that you may feel are hooked, stuck, chained into situations, people, objects, or unhealthy relationships at this time of your life. Allow your body to show you these situations, to make you feel this part of the body that are perhaps stuck, hooked, entangled in unhealthy relationships or dynamics. Don't judge yourself. Simply allow the body to do what it needs to do. Focus your intention on the breath. And if you feel uncomfortable at any time, or you don't feel doing this exercise, you can simply breathe and end the experience. It's important not to force yourself. You may also see specific people or places or situations with your inner eyes. Welcome them with kindness, understanding, and compassion. Even if they come with a lot of suffering or other emotions. And we are going to repeat a few words together. It is a formula that will help you bring balance and eventually clean and remove some of these unhealthy cords. It is important that you really connect with these words. You really feel the vibrations of these words as much as possible. You can repeat these words out loud. You're going to repeat it a couple of times, or you can repeat these words mentally. So taking a deep breath in. When you feel ready, you can repeat after me. I ask my hooks, visible and invisible, conscious and unconscious, to release me and to release the other from the ego trap. Breathe and let these words settle down inside you. And again. I ask my hooks, unbalanced cords or wires, visible and invisible, conscious and unconscious, to release me and to release the other from the ego trap. And stay. And now taking another deep breath in. Whatever it may be, a relationship with a person, a situation, a place, or an object in which I'm experiencing a disharmony, here and now, I clean and release all the unhealthy energies and dynamics with unconditional love. You can also visualize the person, the relationship, the place in which you feel involved. And let these truths surround you. We're going to repeat once more. Whatever it may be, a relationship with a person, a situation, a place, or an object in which I'm experiencing a disharmony, here and now, I clean and release all the unhealthy energies and dynamics with unconditional love. And feel your body getting lighter and lighter, really letting go. And you can also place a hand on your heart if you feel to. And this is the last words. I ask my divine self to feel right now every single space in my body with my presence, claiming back all the energies that I have given away or left behind. I call back to myself here and now. I call back to myself here and now. I call back to myself here and now. And you can let these words settle with gratitude within your body. We are going to chant the Om if you feel to. because the will help expand and integrate on a cellular level the experience. We are going to chant 3 Oms. Thanks for the perfection of this moment. Thank yourself for allowing. So in your own time, you can start reconnecting with your body, with the physical sensations, checking in how you feel, if anything has changed. You can start caressing the body, tapping the body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.